sometimes when we're working with options, it can be really helpful to not just have the choice of crashing or returning an error, but have like maybe a default type. If it is none, then do this instead. Rust doesn't accept the ability to like basically say, okay, name is going to be this string, and if it's not passed in, do something else. We kind of just are stuck with this option with this stir. But we can do some things that help out. Like we can do the unwrap without actually crashing the program. Now, it's not just a normal unwrap. There's a whole bunch of methods attached to options which help us out here. So let's take a look at this. Let our unwrap name, it's going to be equal to name dot unwrap. Now, let's take a look at what options we have here. We have unwrap. Well, we already know what that's going to do. That's just going to crash the program. We have unwrap or default, unwrap or else, and unwrap unchecked. We're not going to worry about unchecked here today. We're going to look at these unwrap ors today. Now, unwrap or default isn't going to take anything in that we can work with here. Unwrap or default is going to basically say, if it's a sum, unwrap that and put that into the unwrap name. So if I put in a sum Brooks here, then we're going to be fine. And this should just return. We don't even need this map anymore. We can just say we're going to return we don't need a option. At this point, we're definitely returning a string here. So there's no unwrap needed here either. And we can just return a format with a hello and this unwrap name. So what is this going to give us? Well, default. Well, we're going to get the Brooks out here first. Let's run that really quickly before we do the default. So there's the hello Brooks. Now, what if this was a none? If this is a none, what's going to happen? Well, it's going to basically say, okay, it's a none. What's the default for a string? Well, let's find out. I have a guess of what it's going to be. Look at that. Hello space and then nothing. Well, that's because a default string is a 0 length string. It's basically just nothing, really. So that's what we got. Now it's no errors, and that's because we have a default value. Now, this is not a default value that's very helpful, although sometimes it might be. Let's say you have a struct and you have default on it, and you're unwrapping, something or a default values of the struct. That's perfect for you. If you have numbers, default values of numbers are always 0. So you can basically get the default value of 0 in the case that you want that to be. Let's say we want to set the default ourselves. We have two choices here. We can do unwrap or unwrap or else. If I do unwrap or, and then an actual just value here. So how about stranger? If I do this, we're perfectly happy and everything is going to be great. And if I run this code, we're actually going to get hello stranger here, which is perfect. Now, sometimes Clippy might yell at you and say, hey, this unwrap or should really be an unwrap or else. Now, the reason for that is because this, whatever is in here, is evaluated at compile time. And Clippy knows that, well, what if it's a sum? Then you don't ever need to run or compile or you need to compile, but you don't need to figure out exactly what's going to happen with that, with this code here. So if you have something that's just a little bit more complicated, then Clippy is going to want us to use unwrap or else, which takes in a function. So this doesn't work anymore. We're going to take in a closure, and I don't have to take in anything. I'm just going to return what this is. Now this is only going to run on the none value, and it only is going to actually run and figure out what needs to happen at runtime. So basically, unwrap or is greedily evaluated, And unwrap or else is lazily evaluated, meaning that it's evaluated at runtime, not at compile time. Now Clippy here is gonna say, yeah, this is like, well, technically this might be better, you know, run wise. There's like the difference in like amount of time it's taking you is really nothing at all. So just go ahead and have this be an unwrap or, because it's a very, very simple unwrap or else. Now, I think where this gets to be really interesting is if we have a very complicated setup. So let's say that I have a, if I have like a struct that includes a name, let's do like struct, my name, and maybe we have a name that's a string in here. And so if we, and that name equals my name, then we're gonna call hello. Okay, so name is gonna take this option, and then inside the option is gonna be a my name. Okay, so we're gonna do hello name. Now inside of here, we're gonna unwrap or else. If we try unwrap or, and I try to like, well, I need to put in like a my name, name is gonna be Granger, and then I need to like in here unwrap name dot name. If I do this, well, that needs to be a string, so let's to string this or to owned it. Well, this still is happy. Can I get an unwrap or else, which needs to be a function. This is happy too. What are you upset about? Try using a variant. Oh, this needs to be a sum. Okay, so this is fine. So if it's a sum right now, so it's gonna be hello Brooks. So if we run this test, hello Brooks. Now let's see what happens if I pass in a none. Hello stranger. And I can implement default on this struct myself, and then I can do an unwrap or default in case I don't want to give a default here myself of like what it's going to be in the case that the unwrap doesn't exist. And so this is going to allow, this allows you to basically handle your like options in a really elegant manner in like a couple different ways, but all of them are valid. You basically can say like, give me what the value is, and if you don't exist, well, give me this thing instead, or crash, or do both. So anyways, I hope this is really helpful. Options are really, really awesome to use once you understand them. And with that, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.